Good morning. So it is me and the two little ones this morning for a few hours. The two older ones stayed with their cousins last night, and Tasha's just head out for a bit of her time. She's going to go walk up. We have it's called Colonial Knob here in Poro, in P-Town, and it's one of her favorite walks. And it's a nice day, crisp and cold though, but she's gone to do that. So it's just me and the little two. They're bathing at the moment, and I've just been thinking, reflecting about how much parenthood, especially as a dad and a husband, just what children did to me and really changed my perspectives, my views, my behaviors, and just changed my understanding of life, even of the father, especially. Knowing the love that I have for my own kids is it really helped me to understand just how much the father loved me. If I can love these guys the way that I do, be willing to lay my life down, but also live for them. I just think how much, man, my good father has done for me. So quick story. We have four kids, and our first child, our oldest girl, Mani, we didn't know what we were having, a boy or a girl, until she was born. And so we had a water birth, and when she came out, I was in the bath with her. Hold on, Esther. Hold on, my girl. When she came out, I was in the bath with Tash in the pool, and Mani came out again. We didn't know what we're having, boy or girl, and I lost it. I just bawled my eyes out, so much so that I forgot to bring her up out of the water. She was just still in there. And so the midwife said, "Hey, lift her up." And so I lifted her up out of the water, and in between just my blurry eyes, the tears. Hold on, my girl, you really top out. In between my blurry eyes and my tears, and in the water, the umbilical cord was still between her legs. But I just thought, oh, this is the boy's definitive attribute. And so I was thinking, wow, my boy. And then the midwife removed the cord and goes, oh, you have a daughter. And I remember this feeling of, it was like this overwhelming like hits, oh, this is my girl. And this protective instinct kicked in straight away. And it was like, I must protect this girl. I must be the best man I can be, an example for her. It was like in a moment, like the Matrix, Neo download, boom, like I have to be this protective guy for my dad. And it put this tenderness in me that I don't know that I had experienced before. And from that moment, it was everything about Lee shifted. His internal world, it's like it softened him a lot more, made him tender. Are you ready to top out? Or are you just making noises? And it just changed everything for me. And in that moment, I realized and learned this is the greatest responsibility I would ever have in my life, because we can get so caught up and worried about, bills and career and status and how people perceive us and perception. Are you ready to top out, darling? Are you ready to top out? Would you like to top out? Think about these children, eh? Like she's making this noise at the moment, and I don't know if she's having me on or if she's legit. You want to hop out? You do? Okay. One moment, let me get a towel. Okie dokie. Oh, see, now she's jumped back in the water. These guys just play games with me, man. So many times we can get caught up on all these things that we're doing in life. And it was having my child that almost put everything in perspective and made me realize, man, the stuff that I used to stress and worry about and be very anxious about, it very quickly became nothing. It was like, it's nothing. And I can't believe that I wasted so much of my energy, my emotion, my worry, anxiety on that. Now that I have, my baby, my firstborn. And so the same thing happened, for all the rest of the kids. In fact, when I had my boy, we had three girls and one boy. When I had my boy in the way that my girl, she hit me with this tenderness and protection for my boy. It was like I need to step up. Like I want to be the best example of a man, and for my boy, because I want him to see what he can achieve. Well, I want him to grow up always knowing that he can be and do anything that he wants. And I'm just committed. That starts with me leading by example and being the best that I can be, that I desire to be a model for him to then walk in that same pathway. And so your kids motivate you in a way that is, I don't know, you can be taught in a classroom. I don't know that it can be taught anywhere else except just through the journey, the rawness of life. And so as a dad, I'm just so thankful for what my kids bring. I'm so thankful for the lessons that they bring. Yeah, okay. I'm pulling you out now, okay? And I'm so thankful for the maturing and the reforming and the formation that they do, in you and us as well. Okay, you want to have that too? All right. Isn't that the case? One moment, folks. So as I was saying, I'm thankful for what kids teach us. And sorry, my girl. Sorry, darling. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not the best at brushing hair, but I try. I try, my darling. You know, kids are only young once, and this is something that has stuck with me ever since I had my first girl. I read this quote. I think it was a Belgian quote or proverb, and it was something along the lines of, "You can always make money. There will always be time to work. There will always be time to go and make money. But your children, they're only young once, and we only get this time once." And so for Tash and I, we just made that choice that we wanted to be able to make the most of these years, with our kids, and to really embrace it and enjoy it. And so, what I would say to any other dads out there, obviously the mums too, but I don't want to speak to mums as if I understand and know their you know uh, thought process behind all this. But particularly to the dads, I would encourage you as best as you can. Do what you can to make the most of your kids. That doesn't mean you have to leave your 9 to 5 job. That's not what I'm saying. And doesn't mean you have to make any dramatic changes. Or what I am saying is just that with whatever time you have with your kids right now, make the most of it. Engage with them, be with them, talk with them. It's not always, you know, uh, it's not always peaceful and joyful and enjoyable. Some days are just very, tiring, exhausting, and the reality of life sets in. But I wouldn't have it any other way, because one day, you see all this mess that's all around us, by the way? So we will fold washing, and then we will get caught up in something else, or something's happened, and then we'll come back in, and one of the little ones have just pulled all the washing back off. So it's all chaos. But what I'm trying to say is that one day, this will not be here again. One day we'll have this clean, pristine, well-ordered home, but our kids won't be here because they'll all be grown up and moved on. And I'm not in a hurry for that. And so what I'm saying is that make the most of this time, with them now. I've had to really learn over the years just to relax when it comes to mess and stuff like that, because as I was saying yesterday in my washing video, that I do enjoy cleaning, and I prefer a simple, I think I'm like minimalist at heart. Like I like minimal, just simple, clean, efficient. That's my way. And so I've had to learn with these kids just to relax, man, because I used to get so stressed when the house would get, messy, and I was vacuuming for the 737th time for the day, and it just used to bring up so much stress. But now I've just learned, just relax and just embrace it. Yeah, thank you, my girl. And just to enjoy these moments now, because one day they're not going to be here. They're going to grow up, they're going to move on, they're going to go and live their own lives. And so we just decided we want to be part of this. We want to make the most of this as much as we can. All right, my girl. And so I'd say to you, dads, and any other mums who may be open to hearing this as well, is to do what you can to make the most of that. Because there's so much goodness that your kids bring for us. There's so much goodness that they teach us. Yep, we're playing the trampoline. I just wait for Esther. She's just eating again. Our baby Esther, this girl, man, she will just eat and eat and eat and eat. She's already had breakfast. They've both already had breakfast, but she's back in here. So this is what I mean. She's already had breakfast. She's already had a bath, and then here we go again. Oh, you're dipping your toast into. This is raw, real time, ladies and gentlemen. The joys of life and the joys of children, and it is a legit joy. Yep, it's messy, but this is part of growth. This is part of maturing. And like I've been saying in our videos recently about embracing the mess, this is exactly what I mean. Jesus is not allergic to your mess. He's not offended by this. He's not going, oh man, get your life in order. Clean yourself up. He's just with you in it, because she's only just learned how to use the spoon. So this is a good thing. She's learning how to feed herself now, because there were times when we would have to sit here and do it for her, but now she's learning. So this is a good thing. She's moving towards independence. She's moving towards maturity. Well done, my darling. So this is a good thing, but it's messy, as you can see. And so again, I'm just re-emphasizing, don't be afraid of the mess in your journey with your good father. You and I will make mess, we will slip up, we'll fumble, we won't always get it right. But your good Father is so patient, He's so loving, He's so kind to us because He knows where we're heading. He knows the maturity that we're working towards. And so you must be okay with the mess. I know I sound like a broken record, but I will say it again and again. It's okay to be in the mess. Religion doesn't like it. Performance Christianity does not like it. But your good Father is not offended by it. And He's excited for you. In the same way I'm excited. Well done, my girl. You're learning to use your spoon. Well done. In the same way that I'm excited for my children as they grow. Your good Father is in the same way. So He sees your heart, He sees your desire, He sees your want for Him, He sees your pursuit of Him and wanting intimacy and wanting to grow in different aspects of His nature. Maybe you want to grow in spiritual gifts. Maybe you want to grow in just living a life of Christ that is genuine and real and non-performing and is in this clean, well-polished video, for example. You just want to show and live in the raw and real. Your good Father sees that. He sees that heart, that nature about you, and He delights in it. And I would even go as far as saying that that's many times His desire in you, working you, pulling you towards whatever that is that you're pursuing. And so you must be free to embrace it. Don't let the mess trip you up. Don't let the condemnation for the mess from religion, from performance Christianity, cause you to stumble and fall and pull back. Just keep going. And it's a beautiful thing. And this is just some of the things that our kids teach us to live in. So embrace it. All right, so they're ready to bounce now. So nice, still early morning. Yeah. And so 3 final things that I want to say to your dads out there and to mums as well who want to embrace it is, number 1, make the most of the time. So it doesn't mean, like I said, you don't have to leave your 9-to-5 job. You don't have to change anything up dramatically. But I'm saying the time you do have with your children, make the most of it. Be present, put the phone away, talk with them, be interested in what they're learning, what they're talking about. And these guys come up with some of the randomest things at times. So make the most of the time. The second one is have the courage to pursue the changes that you may want to change. So maybe for you, you do want to step away from your 9-to-5. Maybe you do want to change up your life in a dramatic way. I encourage you, have the courage to do that. I know that the patterns of this world and even a lot of our Christianity has trained us in a way that, no, this is how, the Christian dad or the way that we must must look like. And I'm saying, no, it doesn't have to be that way. And we've shared in a previous video that you don't have to live like anyone else. And that if your desire is calling you that way with Him, then you must be free to explore it. And then thirdly and finally, the cousins are here. Hello. Well, the cousins are here as well. And then thirdly and finally is to just enjoy it. Embrace this time. Really enjoy it. Sometimes it could be exhausting and tiring, but really enjoy it. No parent. I've never met a parent who said they ever regretted, spending so much time with their kids. But I've met plenty of parents who have regretted not making enough time for their kids. So I'll leave you with that. So now I'm down to 1, just me and Esther, and we're heading out for a walk. Liliana's shut out with her cousins for the afternoon, so that is just us. But I wanted to wrap up this video by saying, like I always say, we're not trying to convince you of anything, trying to tell you what to believe. We're just sharing our life with Jesus in real time and hope that it will bless others who are on the same journey. So appreciate you, bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.